Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandeep Raturi and in this video, I will clear your all doubts about the calendar and calendar auto DAX functions, how they work and the difference between them. Now let's understand the data first. As you can see, I have two tables with multiple date columns. For example, in the sales table, we have date columns and in the transaction table, there are multiple date columns such as expiry date and transaction date. Now I will show you the data. In the first sales table, the year is the same for all dates as you can see here. However, in the transaction table, the transaction date has different years whereas the expiry date has the same year for all entries. Now let's understand the calendar auto DAX function. The calendar auto function in Power BI is used to automatically generate a date table based on the data in your model. Let's create a calendar auto table. Go to the modeling tab and select new table. Here provide the calendar auto table name, calendar auto, and after that write the DAX function calendar auto and close the bracket and click on commit. So as you can see that calendar auto table has been created. Now let's check the calendar auto table data. You can see that it returns the date from January 1st, 2022, 31st December 2027. How does calendar auto work? In our data set, we have multiple tables with multiple date columns. The calendar auto function combines all date column values in one place and identifies the minimum and maximum date from them. All of these operations are handled by calendar auto in the backend. For example, light blue dates are from the transaction table date column and light orange dates are from the sales table date column and yellow dates are from the expiry date column from the transaction table. The minimum date is July 11, 2022 and the maximum date is December 31st, 2027. When calendar auto generates dates, it picks the minimum and maximum year from the data set and it creates a continuous range of dates from January 1st of the earliest year, which is 2022, to December 31st of the latest year found, which is 2027. So that's the reason it generates the date from 1st January 2022 until 31st December 2027. The calendar auto function also supports a physical year argument, which is optional. For example, if the physical year ends in June, you need to pass 6 as an argument in the calendar auto. So open the calendar auto DAX and here you can pass the 6 if you want to end physical year in the June. Now click on commit and check the calendar auto table. So you can see here it starts the date from 1st July 2022 until June 30, 2028. Reason behind, because we ends the physical year in June. Now again open the calendar auto table and this time we want to end physical year in March. So just pass the 3 and click on commit and now check the dates again. So it starts the date from April 1st, 2022 until March 31st, 2028 because we end the physical year in March. Hope this helps you understand how calendar auto works. When to use calendar auto? If your data set contains multiple date columns, when you want a fully dynamic date table, if your physical year follows the standard January to December. Now let's talk about limitation of calendar auto DAX function. It includes all date columns, so unexpected dates might appear. You cannot control the start and end date explicitly. If no date columns exist in the model, it returns an error. Now let's understand calendar DAX function in Power BI. The calendar function is used in Power BI to create a date table by specifying a start date and an end date. This function allows you to define a custom date range and is typically used for creating time-based tables for use in reports and data modeling. Now let's create a calendar table. So go to the modeling tab and select new table. Here pass the calendar table name, calendar table, and after that write the calendar DAX function, and it supports two arguments, start date and end date. Now we will pass the start date. So let's suppose I want to generate a dates for the year 2025. So for that, first I will write the date function, and here date function support three arguments. In first argument I will pass the year 2025. In second argument I will pass the month January, and in third argument I will pass the day 01. So it will start the date from 1st January 2025, and in second argument I will pass the end date. Again I will repeat the same step. First I will mention the date DAX function, again I will pass the year, then month and day. So here it will generate a date from January 1st 2025 to until 31st December 2025. After that click on commit, and now check the calendar table data. As you can see that it starts the date from 1st January 2025 until 31st December 2025. Now again open the calendar table, and here you can control the dates. So let's suppose I want to start date from 15 January until 15 December 2025, and after that click on commit. So now you can see that it starts the date from January 15 2025 until December 15 2025. Now understand how it works. The calendar function will generate a continuous range of dates between the start and end date. This can be useful when you want to create a date table that spans a specific period of time based on your model's requirement. If you want to create a dynamic date table based on the minimum and maximum dates from an existing date column in your dataset, for example, I want to generate a date table based on my sales table date column. So what I will do, I will use calendar DAX function, and in first argument I will use min DAX function, and under min DAX function I will pass the sales table date column, and in second argument I will use max DAX function, and again I will pass the sales date column and close the bracket, and after that click on commit. So what calendar DAX function does here, this will generate a date range from the earliest date to the latest date present in the sales table date column. So let's check the sales table first. So here you can see in sales table earliest date is 15 January 2024 and latest date is 18 December 2024. Now check the calendar table. So here you can see calendar table generates the date from 15 January 2024 until 18 December 2024. Because in the calendar table DAX function we pass the min and max sales table date column, and in the sales table min date is 15 January 2024 and max date is 18 December 2024. So that's the reason it generates the date between 15 January 2024 until 18 December 2024. After generating a basic date table with calendar DAX function, I will tell you how you can add more useful columns in the existing calendar table. So for that you have to write add column DAX function. So this DAX function will help us to add the new columns in the existing calendar table, and after that use the comma and press shift enter to move the cursor to the new line, and here first we will add the year column. So just mention the year column name like this, and then we will use the year column to extract the year from the date column. So here you can see the date column name is date, and pass the date column name like this and close the bracket. Again we will use comma, and then press shift enter. Then we will extract the month, pass the month column name. Again we will use same code, but instead of year we will pass the month. Again use comma, move to the new line, and here we will use day. Again paste the same code, here we will use day, then comma, move to the new line, and then we will add quarter column. So for that we will use same code, instead of year we will just pass the quarter dax function. Again we will use comma, move to the next line, then we need weekday. So for that again we will use same code, but instead of year we will pass the weekday, and then in last close the bracket and then click on commit. So you can see here we successfully added year, month, day, quarter, weekday in the existing calendar table. So in same way you can add multiple columns here. You can concatenate the year and month together. You can change the format for the date and many more. Now let's understand when to use calendar dax function. You can use calendar dax function when you need full control over the date range. The dataset has missing dates and you want to ensure all dates are included. You want to define a custom date range, and you need to create a physical calendar with a specific start and end date. That's all for this video. If you liked the video, please like, share, comment and subscribe to the channel for more updates. Thank you.